Welcome to Ethereum Catalyst meeting 62. I am Pooja Ranjan and I'm gonna share the agenda in chat right now for people to refer to. We are gonna skip the first item that was ECH website update because unfortunately I do not see Michael on the call. So going on to the second item listed here is ECH Discord moderating and engagement. In the last meeting, we discussed some of the issues that were on the present Ethereum cat herders Discord, there were spams, bot joining the server, and we were discussing about the ideas how to handle the situation. There were some suggestions on adding bots. It was a good discussion in the last meeting. Basis of that discussion, I have added a couple of bots for moderation and the improvement of welcome screen. So at present, the Ethereum cat herders Discord is having MEE6 bot and there is server captcha bot. So for MEE6, we have already enabled welcome screen that provides basic information about the Ethereum cat herders Discord, saying that, okay, fine, if you are not familiar with this ECH group, this is what we do, and you can follow us or the work on the Twitter, Medium, GitHub, email, and website, and all the links are provided on the welcome screen itself. I am hoping that is going to be helpful for anyone new joining on the Discord. Other than that, we have worked on some of the features of Discord itself to removing at all and things for permissions, things for them, for new people and supposedly bots and spammers. There is one thing that I wanted to make a special mention of is a new channel hashtag verification. So we have added this for to avoid bots being added to the server. What it does is it will not allow anyone to access the Ethereum cat herder Discord unless the smiley is enabled. And once you click the smiley, you'll be able to check all the channels available. At the moment, this is not activated because there are over 1,000 users on our Discord, and we wanted to discuss it before actually enabling it, because once it is enabled, permission for everyone will be gone. Only people who have clicked the button will be able to access the server. So I would love some feedback and thoughts here. What do people generally think? Is it a good idea to enable this, and how soon can we do that if we think it is?
I would say maybe we can give a heads up on the channel for 2 follow-ups basically this week, and next week, maybe sometime in Monday or Tuesday, we can enable it so that people know they have to get it verified. And we are adding this encryption for the get rid of bots, right? This is something which I can think of, but also I'm not sure if there's a way in a Discord where it doesn't ask for a verification for the existing members, but it does ask for new members. If that option is available, that would be great. If not, we have to go with option 1.
Right. Like with me, there is this Discord user, what's his name? Dark is cool. So he is helping me out with doing all these stuff, and we did some kind of research, and we found that this hashtag verification will work good for new users, but for existing users, unless everyone go ahead and click the button, it will not enable them, and there is no way we can act and add all these people to the verification. We did try something, but that does not seem to work out nice. That was anyone who is joining new may be added by default, but that is again will be violating the main purpose of it, that will by default give a bot verified one. So it's not working out there. Any other suggestion and thoughts on that?
So who will be able to authorize and not authorize people? Or will we have a list of administrators or something like that?
It will be MEE6 bot itself. Like once you if there is a new user, he will see the welcome screen, and the only channel available for them would be this verification channel. Once the smiley button is clicked on the verification channel, he would be able to see all the channels available on ECH Discord. And it's all moderated by MEE6 bot. And sorry, that is by server capture bot, I guess. Yeah, yeah, server
okay.
capture bot. Yeah.
So will all of us have to do that when it's activated then?
Yes, that is the case here. So all existing users, they have to go and add that, click that button if we want to enable this feature. And I believe that is like one of the good features that can be done, because that will help us avoid bot getting access to our server.
So by clicking the button, is that something that is there now, or I'm looking for a button but not seeing it, or will that be?
Yeah, that is available now. Okay, fine. Yeah, this was one thing that was pointed out to me. So in community section, there is this channel called verification, and I might have to pin this message maybe. So if you look into pin the message, it says that react to this message to get verified and have access to the rest of the server.
Okay,
So,
yeah, I just saw that pin post you just added.
Yeah. So that is one way we are thinking, we are considering to help us avoid the bot getting on our server. If there is any other way people can think of, I'm happy to, add it and consider that. And if we think that this is the only way out, I believe 1 week or two, maybe a smaller duration of time period to provide the access to people. Maybe we can give a month leeway to, join it. Is there any other thought by anyone else? By the way, Nethermind also shared some information, as Antonio was on the last call, and he wanted me to let William Schwab and William X also know about the Vic bot that they have enabled on their server, and they are willing to provide any kind of DevOps support, everything is needed for that. And thanks to Nethermind team for offering their help.
Okay, William X seems to kind of be on top of this. So I can try. Do you know if he's already in touch with Antonio or not?
Oh, no, sorry. I received the message like a day before yesterday, and I was not available yesterday.
Mm-hmm. Has he been in touch with Antonio over the course of the process last couple of weeks? Not yet. So maybe what I'll try and do, I'm making a note for myself now, is I'll try and get the two of them in touch.
Right. So, I do have a list of whatever features we have enabled so far and what is not. If you think adding Wikbot will be helpful, because I was also doing some research on Wikbot earlier. It is there on my other server. So we were doing some research and we found it helpful. But if you think you need any information to further continue working on it, feel free to let me know. And William X too. Yeah. All right. I believe there is, yeah. So the next sub item to be discussed on this is new channels. So we have recently added a few new channels. One I just mentioned about the verification. There is another one called Open Task that can be found on Ethereum Cat Herders PM issue section. So what we're doing there is like whatever task that comes up where we can engage community, we are listing it there. Some of the tasks are bounty based and some are just volunteer based. So if people are interested in contributing, I would highly recommend to go check out that channel on Ethereum Cat Herders Discord and the information that is being shared. So if you are if you are someone who is interested to work on any particular task, respond to that issue. And if it is bounty based, we'll further guide you how to claim that bounty after you are done with the task. And if it is voluntary based, we really appreciate your help. And yeah, we can look into further opportunities like that. There is another new channel called Hackathon, where we are trying to add information for new developers or students who are willing to participate in different hackathons that are going around the Ethereum ecosystem. And an additional channel is discontinued product help for some of the clients, I believe, for Open Ethereum and like a parity wallet stuff, like people do not know where to go. We have someone helping out to Ethereum Cat Herders, and he's willing to support the community by offering his help. So if you have any question or if you want to learn about these things or need any help, please leave a message in the discontinued product help channel. All right, that's all on the number 2. Does anyone have any question, comment, or anything on this topic? Okay, the number 3 is ECH updates. So earlier, we used to collect updates from the meeting notes. Like we are engaged in multiple community meetings, and the resources from the Ethereum Cat Herders, they document all these meeting notes. Generally, I would appreciate everyone who documents notes show up in this meeting, the Ethereum Cat Herders bi-weekly meeting, share the highlights of every meeting, and if there is any action item that you think community can help or any of the Cat Herders member can help, to share it with us in this meeting. I see that we have 5 meetings listed on the agenda, and out of those 5, it's not 5, it's 4. Out of those 4, we have 3 notes already available, and pull request has been created. For 1 meeting notes, I believe we have opened an issue and someone responded, so we may be expecting it in another couple of days to have a pull request for that meeting. Anyone wants to go ahead and share any summary from the meeting notes that they have documented earlier? I am not sure if we have those people joining in today to share the update. And further on that, right from the month of June, we have few more people they are trying to help out with some of the other tasks, and the foundation, the Ethereum Foundation subgroup ESP, they are funding for some of the tasks that are being taken by Cat Herders contributors and members. So it would be good to hear on get a bi-weekly update from all these teams to see where we are and what we are planning to do. So that way, all of the new people who are assigned for any particular task, they can ask questions if they have, and they can share update. If I may start that with ECH engineering team, Alita, I'm not sure if you have anything ready to be shared today. If it's not, it's fine. We can always have an update on the comment section, but if you do, please be free.
No, I don't have any major updates. Do you mind repeating what the is again? Is it a bot?
No, so this is ECH updates. So from this month, we are trying to collect updates from different working group of sub working group of Ethereum Cat Herders. Like we have group working for ECH engineering, people working as a Cat Blazer, ECH ops, EIP, ERC editing, basically all the tasks that that are supposed to be funded from the month of June. So,
So yeah, basically the engineering work has primarily been focused on the ECH bot. There's a lot of work to be done with the ECH bot. There's some features being requested, and then kind of a big thing about the funding that is going to be a focus in July is going to be like building out the tests and making the infrastructure more scalable. With the goal being that, you know, eventually somebody else will be able to take over, or we can have more people jump on the bot if it becomes necessary to then expand it more, you know, readily. But that's a big focus for July. Is going to be like getting tests out and then adding a few features if I can get that. So, and then for the other working group, which is, I guess, I don't know if the JSON RPC is considered.
I think for JSON RPC, we can continue having updates in the EIP meeting because we do have set of people who are actually looking into that work, right? So that would be helpful there.
Sounds good. But yeah, the engineering is going well. Its primary focus is the bot. Yeah.
Yeah, very well. So if you have any question, any concern related to any of the tasks on the engineering side, or if you need support or anything, I just want to make sure that this meeting, the Ethereum Cat Herders meeting, should be a platform for all the Cat Herders resources to freely ask questions, and we can try to find a solution together. So thank you so very much for the update. Next one is Cat Blazer. William, if you would like to go ahead and share something.
What would you be interested in sharing?
So anything that, like, I wonder, you were mentioning about some frequent newsletters, not newsletter, maybe summary thing, if it's about that or any of the tasks that you may want to consider. For
Okay, yeah. I posted a draft in the channel last week summarizing things that I did over the month of June. If anyone's interested in leaving any comments, I would like to kind of keep a monthly tally of what I've been doing, what I've been planning on doing. It gives a little transparency just behind what I'm doing. It also probably helps define the role a bit if you're unclear about what it is even that I'm doing. So I'd say feel free to take a look there. I can try and repost the link also. I would like to publish it sooner rather than later. So once I clear a few hurdles over there, that is probably what I'll be doing. TLDR, over the last month, I think the situation I found myself in the most was kind of in an onboarding position. I had something like 6 or 7 different calls with people looking to break into the space. Just speaking with them about the best ways to get involved, how to kind of upskill in the space and get involved. There were a few other things I was involved with there. I kind of go through the list. But is that good? Is there anything you'd want me to zero in on, Pooja?
No, I think that is awesome. That's really good, because whatever you're doing, it's helpful for people to know. So these meetings may provide you opportunity to share what you have been interacting, whom you have been interacting to, and maybe people having similar interests get in touch with you. So nice, thank you very much. Anything you would like to share, Santhosh, on ops part that you have been doing or you plan to do in this month?
There are a couple of things I was attempting to learn and do. The first thing is engaging with more of Ethereum community members from my Twitter handle, and I was able to reach a good amount of people, and we were able to also contact ETH India, Dayfolio, and basically like trying to build a community so that it will help me with the future, any sort of research discussion which we want to do, or any sort of video post, or any open question we want to ask with the developers. So I'm building a foundation here, which is time consuming, but it's a one-time effort. Once I do that, then I'll have a very solid surface to get research and discussion going from my end. That was one, and the other thing was basically doing end-to-end testing on our new ECH website. I'm very excited to get the KT done so that we can keep the website updated and maintain it. That's one of my goal for this July as well, to ensure that website is always up to date. And I want to see if there is any way I can help with the Discord, right? I wanted to work on a playbook. I believe you have already added like what does our Discord channel do, but I want to be happy to review it and see if I can add additional value to it and continue any additional suggestion or improvements which we can do to our entire server. So these are the three things in my mind, and basically building the relationship with the community will be top of my mind to do for the month of July, and which I've been doing from June.
Thank you so much, Santhosh. Just a quick question on the playbook that you just mentioned. Do we have any link that we can refer to?
Not at the moment, but I'll shortly share it with
Oh,
you.
sure. No worries. No worries. Take your time. Thank you so much for the updates.
Yeah.
On the EIP and ERC editing side, I understand not too much work being done, but we are slowly making progress. We have a call arranged, I should suppose this week, for kind of, hands-on experience for new EIP, ERC editors who are in training with Matt Gannett. And we also have a handbook for new people. We're trying to record and document as much as educational resource that we can create and provide to new people joining in. Other than that, any further update from Trent and William, your end? They are helping us in this EIP and ERC editing.
No,
So,
nothing
yeah.
from me.
Yeah, Matt is I like client. That's the big news. Just
Right.
like having the session with them was.
Nice. I'm hoping that after this first meeting, we will have more momentum that would be helpful for speeding up the process of reviewing the EIP and ERC that are added to the GitHub of EIPs. On the new initiative side, so for stateless meeting, a couple of things. We have one, like we have recently added a playlist for all stateless meeting, especially which was focused on a topic for, I believe it is there for past 4 or 5 meetings, though, that is like with good presentation from Dan Crad, Vitalik, Piper Mariam, and people who have been actively working on stateless side. There is something new coming up from this week. I believe that is, there is this first meeting. Let me see. The first meeting is about the address space extension. And I am hoping to work with this group in a sense, like whatever support the categories can provide in terms of video release and sharing it with community. If there is any need of notes that people would like to learn and follow what's going on the research side. So I'm continuously in touch with these people and will share more updates as we know more about it. And the other thing that my current focus is having a partnership with different community in Ethereum space. Santhosh did mention about the India team. There is this DevFolio group. So we had this meeting last week, and they have a hackathon going on at Odyssey, and the Ethereum cat herders. We are officially the community partner. We are promoting it, and we are encouraging more and more developers to participate and share the information. The DevFolio, they have this hackathon done throughout the year for like different time frames and different topics. So we hope to continue supporting that. Anyone else, if they have any update related to what they have been doing or what they plan to do, feel free to share.
Has anyone heard any information about DevCon, the next DevCon that's supposed to be in? Don't they usually have tickets out for sale for DevCon by this time of the year? Is anyone aware of what's going on? Is it DevCon 6 this time?
Delayed until further notice.
Oh, so we may not have a DevCon this year?
I'd say that's a possibility.
Okay.
If there's anyone here who has more information than I do, I can't say that's not from inside information. That's just from public announcements.
Yeah, I've been following all the channels trying to get news, but I haven't heard anything.
I am not very sure, but I thought I saw something going on with ETH stickers and DEF CON. There was this post on, I'm not sure, Foundation blog or what. Maybe I will look into it, and if there is any relevant, I'll share the link with you.
Maybe one thing I will say is if there's any initiative that you think the cat herders should be involved in or should launch, feel free to reach out to me. I'm always looking for new ideas of things that the cat herders could be doing or could be helping with.
I just remembered, I think I tagged the cat herders account, Pooja, so maybe you've seen it or maybe you haven't, but
Yeah, today morning.
yeah, it was just today,
Right.
but for anybody who hasn't seen it, I think it's called Plug and Play, and it's somebody who is working on projects in the community. They want to test compatibility between different wallets, I think was the request. And this seems like something that cat herders might be perfect to organize. I think they're trying to look at compatibility between different wallet types. Pooja, maybe if you have the tweet pulled up where I tagged you, you can read it, or I can grab it.
That sounds really interesting. If it's
I
possible,
have
but
it.
yeah,
I'm gonna share that. Yeah, I'm gonna just share
Okay,
the
great.
link here.
Kevin Nowaki from Gitcoin was looking into something like this. I know he really, really wanted it for Gitcoin once upon a time. If it's the kind of thing that I think it is.
Right. So I just
Okay,
shared.
so it's so I think she's trying to look at compatibility between how wallets use Web3 APIs or libraries, because different ones do different things. Yeah, that tweet has most of the information. Oh, it's called a plug fest. Which, yeah, it definitely seems like something that might be worthwhile for cat herders to get involved in.
Cool, I'm gonna look into this.
Cool.
Thank you, Trent.
Sure.
All right. Anyone has anything more on this to share? Okay, the next item is PEEP and EEP. So in the past 2 weeks, we recorded 2 episodes. One was on Altair client implementation on Teku. It's about Teku and how Altair is like implemented in client, as well as on the latest information of the testnet, the client testnet and the multi-client testnet, and the kind of timeline the consensus team is considering. So it's a good watch for people who want to stay updated on the upcoming upgrade on Altair. Other than that, there was this episode recorded with James Hancock on difficulty bomb and EIP 3554. EIP 3554 is expected with London upgrade that is going to push the difficulty bomb till December 2021. There is this very interesting demo done by James Hancock explaining what is difficulty bomb, why is it needed, and how the period is calculated. So people interested to know more about the mechanism of how does it work. I think this is a worth watching episode. In the next 2 weeks, we have planned a couple of meetings. One is with Benjamin Edgington. That is for the brief history of Ethereum's future. It's basically for the Beacon chain that was launched in December 2020. So we expect to have some conversation around how we reached to this stage where we are at today, and what do we want to see in future with this Beacon chain, and how can we plan merge and other stuff. For more updates on PEEP and EEP, there is project code available on Ethereum Cat Herders GitHub PM repo. Please follow it for your favorite topic where you would want to join or maybe share questions. Moving on, we have this survey open for Ethereum users and developers research. We have extended it for like a couple of weeks. It is open till 15th of July now. And so far we have received good response. Over 80 responses have been documented. The best part of it, like we are receiving it from different organization and community, right? From people from, developers from Ethereum Foundation, Consensus, and students from different colleges. I have seen a couple of colleges from India, some from different parts of the world, different organization as well, like project L2 project, and infrastructure providers responding to the survey. So I would encourage everyone who is listening to this call, take out time. It's not long. Most of the questions are optional. It's a very good feedback for us to be shared with all the Ethereum clients, Ethereum consensus layer, as well as the execution layer. And we'll be happy to share the report very soon in the month of July. So. On part of blogs, I'm curious to hear what other people think on, like, we hear that William had drafted a blog which we would like to publish sooner rather than later. So is it something that that should be done, like, I don't know, William, what is there in your mind? Like, would you want to do it once a month or like twice a month, or how frequent do you think it would be helpful?
What I was looking to do is monthly, but I would put this more kind of in the report category than the blog category.
Right.
I mean, I would differentiate between blogs, which are, I would say, either informational or otherwise perhaps entertaining pieces of information about things that might not even be related to cat herders ops specifically, versus something that's actually reporting activities of the cat herders itself. I'm very open to people blogging from the cat herders. I just would say that I see that as different things. Are you saying you'd like to make sure that it doesn't turn into a blog?
No, my question here is just that I'm trying to understand here is the category that we would want to put. As you mentioned, it sounds more like a report, and it's fine. I'm just wondering, like, should it go on the Ethereum cat herders, like what cat herders are doing as a general, or should it be a part of like maybe quarterly report, or how can we do that? Just for everyone's information, that I'm also working on publishing a summary for past 6 months, and maybe for what we are expecting to do in another 6 months. Like, what would be
the concern about publishing it monthly?
Okay.
Like, is there a concern about publishing it monthly?
No, I do not. I just want to understand, like, because there are different groups. So should it be published separately, or should it be a part of that report? That was my question.
Oh, you want to know if it should get rolled into like the quarterly or to the half year?
Yes.
I feel like the monthly is also good, but I'm open to other opinions about that. I'd say that's my instinct. When I was kind of forming the position, also, I seem to remember that was the advice that I got, like to have consistent kind of reports about just what's been going on.
Right, that is always helpful.
Strikes me as more than quarterly. Quarterly sounds a bit infrequent.
Yeah, and that is more than helpful. Yeah, we definitely would want to have something documented. I know it's super easy for Alita just link to any of the issues for ECH engineering work, but it's difficult when it comes to when you are interacting with community, because we do not have link to do that. Yep.
Okay, cool. And if there's any concerns or anything like that, I'm definitely very open. Like, either you can talk about it here or leave comments in the Discord.
Sure. Anyone has any comment or thought? All right, I will get in touch with you, maybe on Discord, and we'll see how to publish it sooner. Moving on, the next item is ECH funding. So it was discussed in the last meeting, I believe, that we are looking for some new multi-sig signers. We mentioned it in the multi-sig channel, and Brent and William, they have showed interest, and it is proposed by the multi-sig channel, that maybe we can replace 2 of the existing signers and have both Brent and William join in. It would be a to-do on me to add them. I'm happy to do that. Just wanted to bring it to the group. If anyone has anything to add, like any question, comment, concern. If not, I can get it done today.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I have left it open, I think, for a week now. So we can have both Brent and William added to the multi-sig channel. On part of funding, Gitcoin, ESP, and Malak. A big shout out to William Schwab for tweeting continuously about Gitcoin funding, and we have done a great. I mean, I would like William to speak for it. He has put a lot of work in.
Okay. We decided to try and work with the Gitcoin grant more this round. We tidied up just the description there. We made sure that things were ready to go as the round was starting, and also tweeted out, I really think only a few times at the end of the day, just to kind of increase awareness about the grant, which definitely did show that it's something that we can increase the exposure of. This round was significantly better than the last round. The last round was pretty much non-existent for us. And I definitely do see that continually, like moving forward, as a viable option for raising some funding on the side. I do believe that it is good at this point for the cat herders to have some funds on the side for various different things that we might be able to engage in. Like Iron Hackathon sponsorships is something that's come up before, or just in the event that another vector for note taking pops up or different opportunities present themselves. It's nice to have something that's already there as opposed to having to seek out funding each time there's something new that we'd like to be able to add into the repertoire. And I am hoping that we can use Gitcoin for this, and maybe for anything else that people think might be a good use for those funds. There were over 500 contributors this time. And if you know the Gitcoin system, to a large degree, the amount of contributors that you have is more important than the amount that they're giving even, which I'd say is like good for kind of a first effort in trying to actually really use the platform and to increase awareness of the grant. So I'm pretty happy with how that went. And I'm looking forward to trying to work with that in the future also. If anyone has any suggestions for like ways we could use that better, things that we could have done better, I'm very open to hearing that, to hearing any feedback.
And of course, thanks to over 500 contributors, that also included some very reputed people from the community who have encouraged us and kind of showed their appreciation by their support, that the Ethereum cat herders are trying to help the community out. Thank you everyone for all your contribution. On part of ESP, I received a notification from the team. They have sent us the transaction, like test transaction yesterday, and we have confirmed it. So we will be expecting the first tranche of the overall approved budget maybe this week. And unfortunately, Hudson is unavailable for another 4 to 6 weeks, I believe. So the thing is, this fund will be provided into Ether to us, and then we may have to convert it in like the ratios that we do earlier, like 1/3 for Ether, 1/3 for DAI, or 1/3 for USDC, or whatever way. If people think that it has to be done differently this way, that would be something we might want to consider and discuss. How do we want to handle, like someone has to do that if we do not want to keep the entire fund in ETH. And on Moloch side, I'm aware that they would be having on like voting on chain this week. I think it already started, but I'm not sure if it is there for ECH yet. And yes, that is on board. Do we have any specific thought on the, like, this time on how we are gonna convert it, or how do we want to keep it? Well, we can, we are expecting the funds to be transferred on cat herders multisig this week. We can always like take some time and think more around it. And if, yeah,
What were the
please.
options? I'm not sure I'm understanding what the options are. If you don't mind.
So here is the thing, like now for this ESP fund transfer, Hudson was taking a lead there, and he was helping out with everything. Like he did the KYC, interacted with the people there, and now we have this first test transaction done. We are expecting the amount of amount in Ether for whatever has been approved, the first payment. And the idea was to get this fund like into some of this stable currency. Earlier, Hudson used to do all these transactions and convert into DAI and USDC and have it moved, because for doing that, someone has to like move the fund to the personal wallet and then move it back to the cat herders wallet.
I don't want to weigh down the meeting, like understanding like the actual details. Maybe we can talk about this more in the Discord, either afterwards or a different time.
Yeah, sounds good.
Like just to understand like all the details better, like what needs to happen, how it needs to happen, who's able to do it, like all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, right. Let me go ahead and add you guys on multisig first, and then maybe in the channel you would get more clarity on how it needs to be handled.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
All right. So that's on the funding side. Discuss and close ECH GitHub issues. As I mentioned, like we are trying to add any support that we are looking from community in the issues section. So there we have added a couple of bounties and a couple of tasks that are like we are looking help with. People can go ahead and refer to. I'm not sure if there is any unanswered task. Oh yeah, there are actually a couple of them. Issue number 214, it's add a warning label to all non-finalized EIPs. If anyone out there, they think that they can help us with this task, please respond to the issue. And we have Alita in the team who can maybe help with the present structure of EIPs, GitHub and the EIPs.ethereum.org to support with any kind of question answer if you have. And similarly, I believe there was one more, right? No, that's all about it. Okay, that's all about it. Anything else anyone wants to bring it up here? And just for everyone to know, if you need attention on any work, or that you would want it to bring it to developers' attention or clients' attention, if you think that any document is missing that they would want to be added on any individual's client website or whatever, feel free to create an issue here and we'll try to reach out to the respective team and try to help as much as possible. So I just want to keep this place as an open forum for anyone to seek for help and to provide help. On funding side, I see a lot of open issues. I will try to respond to most of them, like as much as possible today. There's a lot going on, and like we are trying to get this funds transfer thing done first. We'll try to respond to all the open issues. All right. Coming up to the last item on the agenda, it's decision and action items from the previous meeting. Pooja to follow up with Michael for ECH website. Yeah, I can't see Michael on the call today, but we have a meeting planned in like the next 12 to 15 minutes after this, right after this call with Michael on the website update. And we believe to have some kind of KT, like how we are gonna work on the process now that we have both the CMS system and part of it is integrated with GitHub. We would like to have a workflow of keeping the Ethereum cat herders website with the help of pull request. Like anyone, they want to, they have an information and they want it to be added on Ethereum cat herders website, they can go ahead and create the pull request. And with the people who have merge access will be, after review will be merging it and the information will be reflected on the Ethereum cat herders website. The next item was William Schwab, William X, and Pooja to look into some of the ECH bot for ECH Discord. We did work on bots, and I hope to continue working with William Schwab and William X as well. There are a couple of other people who are helping out. Trent supported with some bot for server capture. Another mind DevOps team are supporting some help, and there's this one user, Discord user, Dark is cool. He is also supporting. And the last one, more ECH members are invited to join the ECH multisig. So we are moving in that direction. William Schwab and Brent Alpha will be added soon. That's all from the agenda item. Anyone wants to bring up anything?
So tell me, so there's a meeting right after this meeting for the website? Is that the plan? I kind of missed that.
That's right. So we can use the same join link for running that meeting, which is right after this meeting. In 10 minutes, yes.
Okay, so it'll be on this same channel, so I'll just stay on then.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, cool, thanks.
Any other thing that people would like to bring up today? Well, thank you, everyone. Looks like we ended up 10 minutes early today. It was a good meeting, and I think we are making good progress. Thank you, everyone, for joining. And if someone has any issue, they would want to bring it in the next meeting, please leave a comment. We'll try to add up on the agenda next time. Thank you, everyone, for joining. Hope to see you all in 2 weeks on July 28th. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, everyone.
Thanks,
Nice to have 9 people here.
See ya.